Alright, so after being an ex-cancer patient, I'm really interested in figuring out what the hell's in our food. No one really knows what caused my brain cancer. It was a stage 3. So I've been looking at ingredients in our food that don't seem like they should be in our food. Red dye 40 will be the first one I cover. After doing some research on it, I wanted to figure out where it came from, why it's in our food supply, basically all the information my average self could find out. Now, I don't really understand a lot of the science, I'm not a fucking scientist, but here's what I do know. In the year 1976, this chemical called Amarant, which sounds like a black metal band, was banned in all of America. What did it do? It was basically the same shit that Red Dye 40 does. It was used as a food coloring to basically make our food more appealing to children. They would put it on cherries, they would put it in cereal, whatever the fuck they wanted to put it on, basically. It was banned when it was discovered that it was a carcinogen and caused cancer. Now they did that, when it was banned, what happened was the chemical industry, which is fucking gross that exists, that was making chemicals to go in our food, was left scrambling to find out, alright, what can we replace this shit with? So they came out with Red Dye 40, which is basically the same thing with the removal of a sodium sulfonate from the chemical. Now the company that invented it was called Allied Chemical Corp. And by the 1980s, there was an annual production of higher than 80 million grams or kilos in our food supply. Why is this a good replacement for the other shit? I'll be honest, it wasn't. Now, what does Red Dye 40 cause and why should you avoid it? Research has shown that it makes kids with ADD have higher hyperactivity, and it's carcinogenic, so it'll give your kids ADD and cancer, the fucking double whammy, and it replaced something that didn't give your kids ADD, because back then I don't think ADD existed, but it was giving people cancer. So they replaced that with Red Dye 40. Now, how do you avoid this shit? It's pretty hard in America. It's our food supply, and if you're trying to eat healthy, let's be honest, it's kind of like walking through a fucking minefield. Everything's gonna have something that your body shouldn't have in it. My general rule that I follow is the less hands that touch my food means it's a little less processed, which means there's a little less fucking industrial chemicals in our food. The main things that have it obviously are food that's red. Gatorade, Doritos, which you shouldn't be fucking eating anyways, have it. One of the most surprising things that has it in it is ADD medication. Kind of a fucking, Vyvanse. One of the more popular ones has it in it. So I don't understand why, but it does. In your food, it can be listed as red number 40, Allura Red AC, and what's interesting, in Europe it has to be called out on the package like it would be like our cigarette packets are here. It'll say on the label, warning, this will cause your kids to have ADD, don't fucking eat this shit. Most countries in Europe have it banned. The only country in Europe which isn't in the EU that banned it, or didn't ban it, and actually didn't ban it in March, was the UK. So if you really want to, get cancer from your food, you can go to the UK, get something with red in it, something with frosting, Doritos, whatever, and you can eat this shit. So basically, that's what I found out about it in a quick couple minutes, and trying to figure it out. Typically, if you eat clean, meaning, again, less processed, less sugar, all that crap, you can't avoid it. But it's a matter of being disciplined and reading the back of your labels. A lot of people talk shit about people in grocery stores who read the back of their labels, and I find that fucking weird. you should be doing that. Know what goes in your food, know what goes in your body. Try not to have cancer. I can tell you from a personal experience, that shit sucks and it affects you for your whole fucking life. So, there's my breakdown on Red Dye 40.